There are so many books on the market that give you a method of speaking, and lots of them are very good. But what they don't do is tell you that your material is the most important thing about that event. My view is that if you get to the podium with full confidence that your material is as good as it could be, then you're automatically going to be more confident when you start speaking. Slide presentations can work well, but they usually don't, because people literally talk to the slides. They turn around and look at the slides and lose engagement with the audience. And there's nothing more dispiriting as an audience member than to have to look at somebody's back. When I write a speech, I have a sort of checklist of things that I do every single time. And it's true for every address you ever do, no matter what the audience, how big it is. And the things I do in the order that I do them, first of all, I think hard about the audience I'm about to speak to. Who are they? What do they think already? What do I want them to think when I finish with them? Secondly, what can I reasonably expect to achieve in this speech? You can't fundamentally alter somebody's worldview in the 10 minutes you've got their attention. So set yourself a task which is achievable. Be sure you know what it is that you want people to do once you've finished with them. Thirdly, then I start to think hard about my central argument. And this is the most important thing of all. You've got to know, in a nutshell, what do you want to say? It can't just be a question or a subject area, it needs to be a proposition. It needs to be a statement that people can disagree with. And it needs to be short enough to fit on a post-it note. It needs to be a really crisp sentence that is your argument. Because once you've got that, you know what research to do. You know what facts you need. You know how to illustrate it. Before you know what you want to say, your research is rather pointless. It's meandering and rather random. But you need to have your argument, and most bad speeches fall over because the speaker does not know, in a nutshell, what it is they're trying to say. So that's the crucial one. Know what your argument is. Once you've got that, you can start to build out, you can start to write. If you've spent a lot of time really working through your main argument, writing a paragraph, writing it up to a page, then the actual composition of the bigger thing will be a lot less difficult. So this is the point at which you bring in your research. All the time you're writing, think, does this sentence add to my main argument or not? And if it doesn't, it's not the right sentence. The next thing is you've got to think about how to make it individual for you. It's not just an essay, and it's not just a speech that anybody could do. It's a speech that you are doing on that occasion. And I often ask people to imagine themselves in a certain type of job. Are they doing it like a lawyer? Are they a doctor with a really good bedside manner? Are they a lecturer? What kind of person are you up there on the stage? It's an artificial moment, it's a performance. So what kind of performer are you? And that leads to the final thing, which is the actual delivery of the speech itself. And you should be full of confidence by now that your material is excellent, so you're going to be better than you think you are already. But it's still a nerve-wracking occasion to stand up and speak, and so I recommend that people transfer the speech onto cards, onto keywords that prompt a memory of the paragraph, learn the beginning, verbatim if you can, and learn the end, because there's nothing worse than a terrible stuttering beginning and people ending with a whimper. And in the middle, have it on cards, you can refer to the card, look up, and then speak it. Always have a text available, just in case you dry up, but it's better to have it that way because it retains some spontaneity with the audience as you speak. And if you follow those basic precepts, the most important of which is working on your central argument, you might never be wonderful, but I can promise you you'll never be bad.